or probably one of us. Just don't even wait. Let's not be that. It's us. Check out all those regular handles that you know that you see their tweets, your followers, and you don't get your phone. Please reach out to them and ask. Hope all is well, oh. Hope all is fine. You never might know what one or two of us are passing through, and you just a word of encouragement of help. I know things are not going well. We are passing through a whole lot, all of us, I myself included. So it's important we check on ourselves and the subsidy scarcity has left Nigeria. It is now our people will copy this something now. You see, just wait. You see the opposite. It is now in America. Jimmy, how you got here? I don't know. Let's say you never reached Chicago, but it is in Texas. There is no fuel in Texas. So Otumbada he's not used to using horse. So I have to send him and camel. Because camel is for long distance. So before he will come, it will take some time, but hopefully he's going to use the camel and join us much later. But meanwhile, we'll keep working. Probably when Nigeria will still join us later. When Nigeria are boat. He's coming with boats, canoe, and a canoe in the use from the Mediterranean Sea. But they will all join us on the platform today. As usual, it's going to be an amazing and wonderful space on the Vawulence space. And as I always say on the platform, it is always, always, always important we drum up our ground rules when we jump into this church, to this mosque, this auditorium, and lay it down for everybody on the platform. As you join into this, in this movement, as you come into this atmosphere of violence, the first thing you always do on this platform we say is we end up, it is a ground rule, it is our 25%. For all of you obedient, I always keep shout, and 25%, and 25%. And I want use at 25% key Tinubu for Abuja. The man no fit sleep. Every time he wake up, we hear and 25%. Our and 25% in this house is that as you get into this building, it is a must that you retweet the space, you share the space, and you let the whole world know that the number one space on Twitter is up and running. And as usual, we're taking no prisoners today. We'll be going straight into the issues, straight into the topics we are discussing today. So share the space, like the space, invite friends, families, relatives, enemies that then jump into. Unfortunately, enemies were not coming here because I myself I have blocked close to 5,000 of them. So invite all those that you can invite. And Jimmy has blocked like 17,000. is Phoebe like blocked like 18. The combination of our block list here can build and the fourth mainland bridge. We can use the block and build a fourth mainland bridge. But guys, invite people to join the conversation. It's going to be an amazing space. I can feel it in the air already from my side. Please, let's get people into the building. Let's discuss on these issues today, as we always do. And as I say on the platform, the most important thing for me on this platform every time is the takeaways from here. I always say the replay value of the Vawulence space is gold. You can always see it. You can always go back and listen to it, and you always get to learn one or two things. But most importantly to me is how many people we can get to listen to these conversations today. And that's why we on our own platform, we try to make sure that we have it covered as much as we can do. We are just young people trying to make things work for our country. We don't have any financial backing from anywhere. We are the ones doing everything ourselves. And that's why I say all the time, please, we have tried to make this thing go as viral as possible. We have our Vawulence Space radio station that is airing this space as we speak right now. This space is streaming on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook channel. We are doing everything within our own human power and capability to make sure that we push this gospel as far as possible. It is not left on everyone on the platform. I don't know how many of us on the platform. I believe that we're over 500 right now. Every one of us on the platform is not left for us to make sure that we do our own bit. And by doing our own bit, I mean we should all share this space to your family, friends, relatives. Copy the links, the Twitter link, post it on your stories, your Instagram stories, your Twitter story, your WhatsApp stories. Copy our. Let me post it up on the jumbotron for you guys. Our radio channel URL. Copy it and post it on the jumbotron. It's up now on the jumbotron. Put it on your comment section. Post it on your Instagram stories, on your live, whatever you're doing. Let people join this conversation. And if you're in the midst of people, wherever you are, put this space on loudspeakers. Let everybody join these conversations, because what we discuss here, as I always say, is important. We get so many of our people into these conversations. I always say I'm so proud when I listen to people say how far they get to listen to the Vawulence. You're in an Uber. Connect it to your Uber speakers. You're in a downful bus. Connect it just to the USB. Whatever you are, just connect and connect. Let Nigerians understand what is happening real time. All right, guys, that is how far I can go on the violence space. And I want to say a big shout out to the amazing violence space team. You guys are amazing. God bless every one of you behind the scenes, putting in your time, your efforts for the past 10 months. Yes, we'll be 30th of this month, we'll be having, I think the last week of the month, that's when we started the violence space. And we like play. It has been 1 full year of consistent spacing. My life has changed forever for the past 1 year. I have not had a weekend. Same, I believe, with my brothers up here. Our lives have been transformed totally. What we love doing, we have to stop doing it. These are all the sacrifices we have done. We have brought out for our country. And I say this because I personally, selfishly, want Nigeria to work. And if I can do this, and I know Nigeria works, it's going to benefit me. I am selfish for that one. I don't know your reasons, but that's exactly the reason why we do this stuff we do here. And I say this selfish reason is exactly how it is up here with all my brothers. We are selfish to the point we want Nigeria to work. And we understand how powerful the voice we have up here. God has given us a platform whereby we can make our voices heard as far as possible. And that's what we're putting to use. So when you see us come out here, it's not as if like we don't get my see, I'm so gassed, man. Right now, he's leaving here on Friday, and I've not seen him. I have not seen him. I'm meant to hang out with him tonight. He knows that this space. We're supposed to on cruise. My guys, this summer, we're traveling. So many things, but almost when I reason all the flex where person supposed flex, and reason I'm saying almost we have a movement, we're pushing. I just told this my brothers, so we'll go see tomorrow morning. He's traveling tomorrow back to Nigeria. I'll go to the airport in the morning. I'm gonna go block him from airport. And that's why I'm saying I've been here since Monday for a conference. You see, are you gonna eat a penam? In the place inside the Dodger, we don't know say man, things choke. You understand? So these are part of the sacrifices we make. So people should understand when we come out here that most times it is not just because no, we're doing it because we feel there's a greater good. Hopefully we get back our mandate and we can now relax and say, go for that long vacation. But meanwhile, guys, thank you for all of you that have been going hard on the power facts. I think you guys are seeing the news. These boys and the girls, men and women are pushing out for Nigerians. It's been amazing how far we have come. By the 13th of this month, we'll be clocking 1 month, and the numbers are incredible. Thank you guys, all of you that have been pushing. Thank you to the amazing writers, editors, the whole business team behind the scene doing amazing work. Thank you to every one of you that have been subscribing, that have been contributing, that have been bringing up ideas, that have been promoting, that have been telling us this how you can do, you can support. Please and please do not stop. May the good Lord in His infinite mercy continue to bless you and replenish all your works that you're putting into this movement. All right, guys. I think I've sold our market. Please, if you're not following Power Facts on Instagram, we are going to take over Instagram very soon. We're not doing everything gingerly, small. Right now, we are taking over Twitter, trying to do our best on Facebook. Small. Please follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Telegram, on TikTok, on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are everywhere. The Power Facts is everywhere, bringing in real news. Yes. Okay. And now let's jump into the program of the day. Thank you guys one more time. I want to talk about let me jump on the topic. Before I go on the topic, I want to encourage everybody that is here. While you guys come up to speak, please, very important, we say this all the time, that we keep these rules because the topics today are interesting topics, and I believe that we want to discuss on these topics, but we cannot do it all. So anyone you get to speak on, please just do justice to it. If you can come up here and do justice to one of the topics in 5 minutes or 4 minutes, fine and good. If you can come up here and you can do justice to all of them in 5 minutes, three topics, fine and good. But I would love to have people do justice to all these topics one by one. But let's start with the can. Let's and talk about it. Was going to come up from the middle belt or from the north, because I have always said it here that southern Christian leaders are almost all of them businessmen and women understand that Nigerians are poor and suffering, And the only thing we can hang on to is faith. Businessmen and women that have understood the act of deceiving their people, not helping their people. And so when I saw that rebuttal, I was quick to almost respond without even jumping into to read it. But I now had to read it, and I was looking at it from the angle of the man, and he was trying to, how do I put it now? Not just sugarcoat. He was trying to water down El Rufai's statement. But for anybody, and if you listen to David Hunde's position on this stuff on the violence space on Tuesday, hopefully in the course of this space, I'm going to play David Hunde's submission for Nigerians, for you guys to listen, for those that were not here. He made one thing I took off, and he said, when a man tells you who he is, believe him. And not just any man. When an El Rufai tells you his position on something, you do not doubt that man. You do not question, you should go back to the drawing board and re-strategize and ask yourself, because El Rufai, a loose mouth, telling you something, he 50% of what's 50%? 30% of what he has done or intends to do. It is him even protecting, it is him trying to even be as protective of the issue as possible. And he's the only one in the whole circle of the jihadists, the whole circle of the fundamentalists that has the guts to come out and say these things. He's the only one among them. The rest will be working behind the scene, implementation, carrying out this satanic evil agenda. And for a very long time in Nigeria, we especially the Christian community, have always loved to be deceived. They love living in my bubble. They love living into, this is what the Lord say, this is what the God say, this is what the prophet say, Daddy G.O. say, Mommy G.O. say. We hate facing reality. We hate facing reality that you are seeing it. He's saying it in 8 years. No, Kaduna people come out and say Kaduna has been having issues. I lived in the north. I will not come out and lie and say like Kaduna used to have issues, interreligious crisis. It's a lie. Kaduna has always had interreligious crisis, starting from the Zango Kataf issues, I think in the early 90s or late 80s. It has always been there. But it has never been so brazen as it is today. Start getting wiped out. It has never got to a point whereby traditional rulers we stay, and a governor will come in and change their chiefdoms to emirates. It has never happened until El Rufai came. It has never happened in Kaduna that in a time that Kaduna is evenly divided into Muslims and Christians in a 50-50 ratio. Some even tell you it is 45-50. Go and verify. It has never happened that they have ever had a Muslim or a Christian governor. It has never happened until this short man came into power. And he rode on a Christian Muslim ticket and won in 2015. And now got into 2019 and now found, because that time they already had this criminal Yakubu Mahmoud. And from all indications we had is that he is the one protecting Yakubu Mahmoud from the presidency. He is the backbone of Yakubu Mahmoud. He's the one that gave Yakubu Mahmoud the guts to be able to rig this election and nothing will happen. So he has already had his template of whether you like it or not. If you like, vote finish. Yakubu Mahmoud will always do what Yakubu Mahmoud knows how to do: rig elections for our behalf. And so he rigged his 2019 elections and came back to power. And he came back to power on a Muslim ticket. And we were shouting, see what this man did though? They were now saying, no, it is one off. APC stupid followers, APC followers that have been blinded and think that this is not to this
Jagamorons.
To these fanatics now. They don't understand that to these fanatics. When I say this now, I try to make sure, because I'm saying this now for our Muslim brothers to understand that it has nothing to do with Islam. There is what they call political Islam. These politicians are using Islam as a vehicle to achieve their own evil intentions. Because they understand that when they call the religion, many of our brothers from the north will look the other side. Because their religion is involved. They will not look at how deadly how these men policies are going to affect the people, affect the region, or even affect them. But because no, their religion has been called, they look the other side. So Rufai and his likes have been riding on that to cement their evil agenda and divide the people further. So he ran on that, and people were screaming, see what this man is doing. Oh, Muslims, they say, no, it's a one-off. It's a one-off. It's a one-off. He has finished his tenure. And when he was handing over, what did he do? He brought in a Muslim ticket. And and you heard what he said in that tape. Let me say he said that it will continue like that for the next 20 years.
Till 2031. I warned about this on this
We
space.
warned about this, my brother. And so when we're saying this, many of the stupid morons in APC that are from the other side, we're not saying no, it's not possible, it's not this. When they say Islamization of Nigeria, do you think they're going to carry a knife and come to your house and say turn to Muslim? Was that what you were thinking? It's a systematic way. It starts from the coverage of your governance to every other. It trickles down from there. You heard him say it. We said this in like 5 months ago. People were saying, no, don't talk about it, don't talk about it. He said it. Governor, Muslim. Deputy, Muslim. Speaker, Muslim. Chief of Staff, Muslim. Accountant General, Muslim. You heard him say that the first 5 positions in Kaduna, a multi-ethnic state, a state that has Kaduna have over 50 different tribes. Over 50 different tribes, divided among Christians and Muslims. One man comes in there and he used Kaduna as a sample to sell it to Tinubu. And in a multi-ethnic society like Nigeria, APC floated a Muslim ticket. And I'm saying this for you guys to understand, because I remember when we were having this space, one of our spaces earlier on, and this not before this was pre-election, and we were discussing this issue, and some people were saying no, and I had to go and bring out Bola Ahmed Tinubu's tweet before APC primaries. I will find that tweet again and post it here. Before APC primaries, when a circular was leaking to the APC delegates that Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to run on a Muslim ticket, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu made the tweet and said it's a lie. It is the work of distractors. I'm not going to run a Muslim ticket. That tweet is still up till today. If they have not deleted it. If everybody can remember that tweet, please go and find out it and bring it up and put it in the comment section for us, please. It was a Tinubu's tweet. Before the APC primaries, a circular came and said, no, it's Osibanjo people that post that tweet just to make sure Tinubu does not get a ticket. Blah, 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 blah. Across the country. By Boko Haram terrorists that they had to rebrand them to bandits. APC rebranded terrorists and gave them a new name, bandits, to make it waterweight. They made it lose value. Did you hear of any raid that APC killed terrorists? Do you think Shekau is not still operating till today? No, APC APC dethroned them from terrorists to bandits. So when they are killing people in Owo, they tell it is bandits. When they are killing people in Enugu, they tell it is bandits. They have left Sambisa forest and they are all the forestries across the country as we speak. Terrorists are across your country. But APC have labeled them bandits because they are the political wing of these bandits. They brought them into Nigeria to destabilize the government, to get power. That is the role. That is why did they compensate Shetima? Why is Shetima a running mate to Tinubu? Name any achievement of Shetima individually or in governance. Under Shetima, that was when Boko Haram were in total shambles, running Borno riot. People in IDP camps. Chibok happened on that. The biggest gift that took away Jonathan from government was Chibok girls. Where did it happen? Under Shetima. The drunken seller of Port Harcourt today, Wike, that is jumping up and down. Where was he? He was the Minister of Education. He was the one that wrote the letter to Shetima. Close down Chibok girls' school. Let them go back home. It is not safe. Shetima refused. And Chibok girls happened. And the whole world rode on Chibok girls and drove Jonathan out of power. Did APC come out and did you hear that APC went to go and destroy any bomb center? All of a sudden, Buhari came into power. Bombing stopped. And banditry started. Kidnapping started. You think it was a coincidence? They don't diversify their art. That was exactly what happened. APC, I say all the time, has to die for Nigeria to stand. And I'm going to the north because I'm going to go straight to the south. They use religion to divide us in the north, and they use ethnicity to divide us in the south. Look at the law that are passing in Lagos right now. And I'm saying this to all my Igbo, Yoruba, my Igbo, Hausa, Efik, Ijo, and the rest. Please, if you must invest your money in the southwest, go to Ogun State. Go to Ondo. Go to Oyo and invest your money. Go to states
Go to Osun, Adeleke is clear. Go to Osun
and invest your money. Your money in Lagos, and you that have properties in Lagos, go and sell it to the Lebanese. Sell it to the Lebanese. Those ones, they will, if you try this nonsense of rolling with them, they will roll you into the garbage. Sell your properties there. I'm telling you now on time, because these criminals in Lagos, this APC people, if JRV does not get back his mandate, I am telling you, you will wake up one morning and they will tell you that your property that you spend billions on is no longer your property. It is important you guys know right now, because APC plan is divide and conquer. That is APC for you. In the north, they have succeeded in that one perfectly. They don't already catch us for not with religion. They don't come south now. Divide them along ethnicity. Divide them along ethnicity. Now APC style be that. In case you don't know. So as I'm saying this, is for all of us to understand, this is the way these guys play. If you don't understand how they play, welcome to the show today. You understand what we're saying today. So guys, I'm just gonna jump on straight to the PEPT and yield the mic to my brother N6. I'm gonna have an amazing conversation today, and Jimmy and Women Nigeria. Thank you guys for joining us up today. I was going through. I'm trying to sell parent facts, so I'm gonna post up on the Jumbo for you guys to see what I'm saying. So don't be like say I did hype. Yeah. You guys should see this. The updates on parent facts today in the court. You know, the worst thing that happened to Tinubu and Yakubu was to steal from a tech-savvy generation. Was to steal from people who go school, illiterate, a dundee, a foreign, a man that all through his youth, a blockhead, If he was crypto, he is blockchain. His head is blocked. His head don't block. Nothing that they block the head again. You not came to steal from a generation and tell them, steal it, grab it, and run with it. In a tech generation. The worst thing Yakubu you would have done was you wouldn't have passed the electoral act at all. Just leave it at that 2019 signed it into law. And you brought out the guidelines, and we followed that guidelines. Otilo. That was when you killed yourself. So please, guys, on the jumbo throne, I want you to just go and read one of our witnesses. When they called him out, they asked LP, our witness. The man said, no, he's just one of the witnesses. If this guy is not a star witness, I am sorry for Tinubu. I am sorry for Tinubu and Yakubu Mahmood, because what this guy did in the court today. Please, guys, read. Go. I don't want to say much. Just go and spend 10 minutes and read the updates. Probably you guys have seen more from other handles, but please, this was a masterclass of delivery as a witness. Everything, all the result, everything will cast. If it is when you're counting to bomb, Tinubu, you can win. That time has passed. The moment you brought in beavers or uploading to the server, that time is when you killed yourself. You can't steal from this generation. So hopefully, we'll be discussing all this and many more on the Vawulence space today. But I just want to get you guys, welcome to the Vawulence show. It's going to be an amazing space as usual. Thank you, my brothers, for joining us. N6, Jimmy, I see all. We're going to be bringing you guys up. We're going to bring you guys up as soon as possible. So please, if you have something to say, the mic's not getting you on time, please drop it on the comment section. I will be reading all the comments today as usual. And big shout out to all those joining this conversation from our radio stations and from our YouTube channel. Sorry, I did not hear you guys from the beginning. You're listening to my voice right now. God bless you all. Welcome, and to all the APC idiots on the platform, you're welcome to understand policies. One more thing before I yield the mic. N6, you made that tweet. I remember when you called me and told me that now your APC Egbon that told you that they are going to copy all Peter Obi's manifesto. And I was like, I was like, maybe.
You argued with me that time.
I swear to God, this man carried this Tinubu is a dundee. If this man goes through it, and I understand. The way we're going to copy for class. The way that man going to copy for class. More the man don't reach up to, make 8 days. You never even see make him spend up to 2 weeks, or he don't copy back to back. He go copy plus Peter Obi red number. He go copy plus Peter Obi name. Okay, well done.
That's the way copied Donald Duke picture. One of the biggest problems when I came back to Nigeria, relocated finally, one of the biggest things I had to adapt to was exam malpractice in Nigeria. I confess, the girl that graduated at top of my class cheated all through. Why? When people have this as a culture, they will not stop stealing. They will steal manifestos, they will steal ideas. Let me take you people to Google, because I always take you there, because that's where the facts lie. If you remember, when Muhammadu Buhari entered in 2015,